Hey, kia ora, Lockie. My name's Coco. I'm a
Hey,
PT
Coco.
here.
Yeah.
So I know you're really keen to get stuck in with a new gym program.
Yeah.
What we're going to do first is we'll go through a pre-exercise screening form.
Oh, okay.
So this is a confidential form just for me to find out a bit about your medical history,
Yeah.
your exercise history, and just to start looking at some of the exercise goals you've got in mind.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind just filling in this first page here, mate.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. And if you know their phone number, you can chuck that down too, please. Cool. Thank you very much. Awesome. Cool. So you've answered no to all of these, which is wicked. So you're in very good health.
Yep.
Move on to the next section. Okay. So this one is just looking at any injuries or issues with or pain you have with your body.
Yep.
So if you just want to check through this list here and tick any that apply to you.
Yep.
Awesome, mate. Cool. So you have ticked lower back, and you've circled it on the diagram here.
Yes.
So can you tell me about what happened there?
My lower back injury sort of happens when I first started weightlifting. It was a lot with barbell rows and T-bar rows.
Yep.
And then I tweaked my back when I was doing barbell because I would barbell bench press.
Yep.
Because I was laying flat on the bench. I wasn't arching my back or doing proper technique.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that just you hadn't been taught proper technique yet?
Yeah, no one ever really took me through a technique for
Okay.
barbell bench press. It
Yep.
was more sort of, I always just sort of saw people and I always thought they lied on their back.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was just like, it was sort of, I got shown it, but I wasn't shown to arch my back or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, when did that happen?
A couple of weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago.
I've since revised my technique and it is gone now, but that
Awesome.
was one thing. But I do notice a lot of strain in my back if I don't, if my technique fades with deadlifting or barbell or T-bar rows.
Yep.
I do notice that the lower back strain comes back.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just in future, always being a bit careful about working to fatigue.
Yeah.
Always got to maintain good form.
Mm.
Cool. Has it come up in the weeks since? Has that pain flared up at all?
No, not really. It's been quite good for the past 2 weeks, which is excellent.
Yep. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much pain was it when you tweaked it?
I would say it wasn't, if 1 is nothing and then 10 is death,
Yep.
I would say about a 3, 2 to 3.
2 to 3.
So it was minor, but it's the only sort of pain I've ever really felt.
Awesome. Yeah.
I also, when I first started exercising a couple of years ago, I got big guys take me to the gym and
Yep.
they pushed me hard and I had an irregular tendon which I saw a physio for.
Okay.
Since I've been weight training properly, I've built up strength in that arm, so that should not be a problem. But I
Okay.
did strain my left tendon when I first started.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, your physio, did they talk to you about that tendon?
Yes, they did.
Yep.
It's like an irregular tendon in my left arm.
And so they've cleared you for exercising?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
That was 2 years ago now, so
Awesome. And it hasn't really posed an issue since?
never.
Awesome. Yep.
It's just something to mention.
Yep, definitely. Thank you
Yeah.
for telling. Obviously, you're not pregnant. You don't have epilepsy, arthritis, and
Nope.
you're not on any other medications or anything?
Nope.
Cool, man. Yep. Awesome. Now, if I can just get you to sign down the bottom there.
Sure. And do you have the date?
19th of July.
2018. I almost forgot what year it was. There we go.
Cool. Now, this next section, we'll be working on what goals you have in mind for exercising. So
Yeah.
we've got a list here. Do you want to
Yeah.
go through and tick any that apply to you? Maybe sort of 2 or 3 max.
Okay. stick with.
Yep. Happy with those?
Yeah, just
Cool.
those two.
Awesome. So strength and muscle mass.
Yes.
Wicked. So you want to get strong, you want to get big.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome, dude. No, that's wicked. So in terms of your strength, like what can you tell me about that? Do you just want to be the biggest, strongest person out there? Or do you just want to
Not the
improve your
biggest
general strength?
I just want to. I think it's just. I just want to keep going. I've never really had an end goal in mind with weightlifting. I
Okay.
sort of just want to keep going and keep bettering myself each week.
Okay. Personal improvement, just see how
Personal
far you can
improvement,
take it.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
But I want to be huge as well.
Awesome.
I want to be quite strong and huge. Like I think every man wants to be huge and strong.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. It's kind of a like little dream every guy has, eh? So weightlifting, personal improvement. I'll get into that in a minute. You also say muscle mass increase. So you want to get big.
Yeah.
Do you have like an ideal body shape or body size that you want to get to, or is it just for now just general personal improvement?
I think just general improvement. I want to sort of double what I'm doing now as like a goal. Is to like I'm lifting quite heavy now.
Okay.
You know, I would like to see. You know, a goal would be to double it. I think for me in terms of not just double size, but like it would double the weight I'm increasing, and then the muscle mass and the strength will come with that.
Cool. Okay. So if we just try and break it down a wee bit, if we say by the end of the year,
Yes.
so 6 months from now, you want to have doubled the weights you're lifting?
I would. Yes.
Or is that more of a maybe sort of 6 to 12 months down the
Well,
year?
I've only been weightlifting since February, so February through July. Yeah, I can double. I think I could double that.
Yep.
Or maybe 1.5. It would be a more reasonable.
Yep.
I would
Cool.
feel.
Awesome.
Yeah. Because muscle mass, when you increase the weights, it's like exponential, isn't it? So it's just like it gets smaller and smaller and smaller as the weeks go on.
Your incremental.
Yeah, incremental. Yeah. So I think I would
the
try.
gains get harder.
Yeah. So I feel like 2 would be too much. I think like 1.5 times what I'm doing now would be a goal by the end of the year.
Awesome. Yep, that sounds good. And because the only issue you've had was that lower back pain, which was very brief and minor.
Very brief and
So
minor.
I'm not really seeing any injuries that could get in the way of that pain, which is cool.
I'm quite consistent and quite controlled. Like I don't do anything sort of high intensity. I do quite low intensity sort of stuff, and I focus more on low reps than high reps. I do quite a lot of high reps with like barbell squats and deadlifts, the main core compound exercises.
Awesome. Yeah.
I do high reps with those, and I do high reps with accessories, but mostly I'll do low intensity.
Cool.
Sort of
just building up that key strength.
That strength, focusing on the strength.
Awesome, man. Yep. Now about improving your weight and your body shape and your muscle mass. So obviously you just want to get super ripped, super muscly. Yeah, is that the kind of vibe you're after?
I'm not sort of after ripped yet.
Okay.
But in the long term, like years away, I'd like to be ripped.
So it's more just bulk for now.
It's bulking.
Like good muscle
bulking
bulk
for like the next year or two. It's just bulking and putting on that muscle mass because there has to be something to shred.
Yeah.
You can't shred if you weigh 60 kg sort of thing, and there's no muscle.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're definitely on the right path already with your strength and weight program that you've already got, which is wicked. What I might suggest for the muscle mass increase is, can I ask you about your diet?
My diet consists of a lot of milk, chicken, and eggs.
Yeah.
And like a lot of shepherd's pie, mostly for convenience because I don't have time.
Yeah.
So I'll make that in bulk. So it's like red meat, vegetables, potato, which are carbs, all in one sort of thing.
Yeah. Cool. What I might recommend is maybe we get you to see a dietitian as well, just so you can get some proper information about how to really maximize your muscle gains through your diet, because that's going to be real critical. Cool. Yeah. And let's aim for sort of while we're simultaneously aiming for 6 months to improve your weight goals. Let's also really strive to build up your muscle mass as well. Can I ask, do you know how much you weigh at the moment?
I weigh 73.
73 kgs?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's say maybe just on a like a real achievable goal. Let's aim for putting on maybe like a kilogram of good muscle per month.
Per month.
Yeah, so we'll sort of bump you up towards 80 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Excellent. Now we're going to have a quick look at your exercise history. Again, do you just want to tick any of these that apply to you? Cool, Matt. Thank you. Okay, so you've got resistance and weight training. That was the program you've already been doing?
Yeah, I've been doing at the AUT Fitness Centre. We're doing a program written by one of the trainers.
Yep.
Chris.
Yep.
He's a power lifter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's given you some really good stuff on how to get into your weights.
Yes.
Cool. Is this the first time you've started weightlifting?
Well, when I was at Auckland Uni, I was doing it off and off at the gym, but by myself. But I was getting nowhere because I had no structure, no program. I wasn't eating properly.
Yeah.
But I did have a bit of foundation stuff with me.
Okay.
I've basically properly been doing it since February, where there's actually been improvement and sort of strength and muscle gain.
Proper structure to it as well.
Yeah, proper structure to it.
Awesome. Cool. So that was your resistance weight training.
Yeah.
General activity? What's that?
General activity was just running. I used to run on, as a pastime, I would run on treadmills and stuff like that. At uni, I'd run on treadmills. When I go home, I run outside and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'd run up the back hills, so quite intense sort of incline.
Yeah.
Or I would run along the beach, along the path on the beach, which is just like concrete, flat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your prior exercise membership?
The Auckland Uni gym.
That was Auckland Uni. Cool. Okay. Now we'll just get stuck into these a wee bit more. So your weight training regime at AUT, you've been doing that since Feb.
Yes.
How many times during the week do you exercise?
5 days a week.
5 days. Cool. So how long is each session?
About 2 to 2.5 hours. It's on the longer side, mostly because I take longer breaks. And that might be due to my energy levels and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's quite a busy gym, so it takes long to set up. You sometimes have to wait and things. I drink pre-workout, which is a lot of caffeine. I have a small bladder as it is. Going to the bathroom like 7 or 8 times in those 2 hours. It's ridiculous. I need a substitute for pre-workout where it's not including caffeine.
Yeah. Having a word with the dietitian could really help figure that out as well. Cool. Okay, so 2 to 2.5 hours. Are you doing quite high intensity workouts? Like, do they leave you absolutely knackered by the end of them?
They do. They're supposed to be high intensity, but I don't do them at the speed of what high intensity should be.
Okay.
So they're like a mixture of high and low intensity, sort of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's all the powerlifting sort of strength exercises, eh?
Powerlifting plus accessories.
Okay.
So I do barbell, I do deadlifts, I do squats.
Yep.
And then you've got all the accessory muscles, and then you've got arms and stuff as well.
Awesome.
I also do a lot of calisthenics as well. So I do push-ups, pull-ups, triceps. I do weighted planks. So I have a 20 kg plate on my back, and I plank for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really good to know.
Yeah.
And then with your running, do you still keep that up? Are you still doing that?
Because of the weight training and I'm trying to put on weight and muscle mass, I've cut out cardio completely.
Okay. Yeah.
But I would like to figure out how to incorporate that where I'm not losing the muscle mass.
Awesome. Yeah.
Because I do miss the running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it quite a useful
I always
mental
enjoyed
relaxation
it. Yeah, mental relaxation. Like the good thing about running on treadmills is I can put headphones in and just zone out.
Yeah.
But I'd still enjoy the actual running. And running outside along the beach is quite nice.
Definitely the best day. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Awesome. So based on all that, I think it'd be definitely realistic that we could add in some running in future.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely prioritise the strength and muscle gains.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Now, could you just list down what sort of times you'd be available throughout the week?
Throughout the week, I'm a night gymmer. Because I usually am at uni all day. Uni or work usually. So evenings is anywhere from 5 to 9 each day.
Cool. How do the weekends sound?
Weekends are pretty fine. I don't work in the weekends at the moment, so I can do. I'm not an early riser, so I can do anywhere. I can do anywhere from 10 to 6 for each day.
Cool. That sounds great.
Mm.
That could set up a nice regular workout schedule,
Yeah.
so that works well. What about your exercise preferences? Do you have any exercises that you really love doing?
I love deadlifting,
Cool.
mostly because it's just I've had the most satisfaction in being able to improve it the most.
Nice.
It's something I can do quite well.
You've seen some really good gains with it.
Really good gains with deadlifting. Like I'm over 100 kgs now. Like I think
cool.
105, 110.
Nice,
at the
man.
moment.
Yeah.
I don't know about my technique, but I'm
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
And what else do I enjoy? I enjoy the accessories. So always tricep push downs,
Yep.
incline dumbbell curls. You really get a burn with those because you're like down here and
Yeah.
stretching.
Yeah.
So I like arm accessory ones, and I'm really starting, because I'm getting better at them. I'm really starting to enjoy pull-ups.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad to hear that. Yeah, they're such good exercise. Like they'll help your back and your lats and everything as well as your arms. Yeah. Cool. You really like your arms accessories?
Yes.
Yep. Cool. Is that sort of part of like you want big muscles?
Just big arms.
Yeah. Cool. I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll just chuck that back in up here as well
Yeah.
for your goals.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you want both your upper and lower body to look good.
Yeah. It all has to be proportional.
Yeah. You don't want to skip leg day, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Hell no, I love leg day.
My man. Yeah.
Barbell. What is it? Hip thrusts.
Yep.
One of my
Absolutely.
favorite. It would be my favorite lower body.
Awesome.
Hip thrusts, because you really get that burn in your glutes. Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
It better burn than squats.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cool. Oh, well, I mean, those are all perfectly in line with the sort of exercises you're going to need to be doing, so we'll make sure we've got those included.
Yeah.
Are there any exercises you don't like?
I have a horrible core, so I can't do hanging leg raises for the life of me.
Have you had to do them?
They were in my AUT program, but I could never do them to begin with, so I swapped them out for, normal. I love leg raises where I'm lying down, because I can actually really control the movement and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Leg raises, I do Russian twists.
Cool.
I do the one where I'm pushing up. Is where I'm pushing up and
On
I'm
the
doing
parallel bars?
Yeah, on the parallel bars, and I'm doing leg raises that way.
Nice.
Well, I'm doing knee ups. I haven't quite got to the leg part yet.
Yep. Cool.
But I do those instead, and also I don't like weighted crunches.
Okay.
They put too much pressure on my lower back, trying to get my shoulders off the ground like that. Yeah.
Cool. No, that's quite alright. I actually really love hanging leg raises. What we'll do is we'll start. There are lots of different exercises that we can do that'll work you up to them.
It's mostly the stabilizing. Like when you're up there, it's to do with contracting your lats or something like that.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll start you off on, like, there are lots of progression exercises where we can get you to a full hanging leg raise, if that's something you'd be keen to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, if you want to lift heavy weights, you've got to have a wicked core strength.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure we work on that. But we will change your opinion of the hanging leg raises.
Yeah.
I think we'll manage to sway you, bro.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome, man. What I'll do is we'll put this all together. This all checks out fine.
Yeah.
So we'll look at getting you booked in next week for an appointment.
Yeah.
We'll go through a movement competency screening test.
Yeah.
So that's just to check your range of motion and your body posture, doing various exercises.
Yeah.
And then we'll get you cranked out on an exercise program.
Okay.
Cool, man. Sweet. Thank you very much, Lockie. Appreciate you coming down.
Thank you so much. Okay.